Hello, welcome back to the Kind of Shadows in Fallout 4. So I did mention last time that I was going to look up or try to find the formulas for bashing to see why our pipe rifle is bashing so much better than our shotgun. And as it turns out, that because it's neither a proper melee weapon nor a proper gunshot, it does use the base gun damage to determine base damage, and it factors in strength and your perks and everything. So that's why this pipe pistol is doing more damage, because it does like 22 damage per shot. But the 60 damage that's coming off our shotgun is on a per bullet basis and shoots out like 8 bullets, and it's calculating it based on the damage of 1 bullet, not the full barrage. There's a lot of legendary effects that don't work right on shotguns for that exact reason. So, yeah, we're going to continue doing this. I'm probably going to work in melee. So the idea behind why I wanted to do this bashing thing for the walkthrough is because I wanted to be entertaining for, you guys out there. I wanted a mix of close range combat and, pure melee combat so that, we could change it up and it would be something interesting. So I'm probably going to take the bayonet off this and I'm going to invest in melee weapons. Now, that does mean we're going to have to get a decent melee weapon. I know where one is, so we won't have to invest in blacksmithing. I'm still having some issues with the Al Hallows Eve quest, so we're going to do Speak with the Devil instead. And we can just fast travel over here, so we're good. We have a clean inventory. Except for the chef's hat. I just like the chef's hat. Alright, so our next few level ups are going to be doing melee damage. Alright, so we will eventually pull the bayonet off our guns, and then we'll be mixing it with shotguns and knives and stuff like that. It's going to be a very close range kind of character, ultimately. I just dropped something, excuse me. Yes, it's not cracked. I also suggest you people at home take great care not to drop your phones on the floor. It's very annoying when it cracks. Luckily that didn't happen with me. Alright. And like I said, I've done this quest before. I'm probably going to skip through a lot of the stuff. Like, they don't have proper voice acting. All they have is notes and stuff. Because, God forbid, you're going to charge money for it. God forbid you put in some quality and some hard work. But to make a long story short, there's an Enclave soldier. The Enclave soldier got tired of being part of the Enclave, left, and then took a suit of experimental armor with him. They created the Exo 1, the Enclave created the Exo 1 power armor on the oil rig in Fallout 2, which is still canon. I don't really give a rat's ass what Bethesda says. And this is an experimental upgrade to that. And there's two kind of horn-like things, presumably antennas for like taking orders, that show up on the top of the device, on top of the helmet, and it makes it look like devil horns. But we just can't let anyone else be called the devil of the wasteland other than us. Like, we're the slaver here. We're taking over here. We're not going to tolerate a potential rival. So we're going to take this power armor for our own. We're probably not going to use it. I mentioned before, I don't like what they did with power armor in this game. It's a bad knockoff of Iron Man armor, and it doesn't interest me. I don't like using it. If you guys like it, you do you. I can respect your opinion, IRL, but, as far as I'm concerned, anyone who likes this power armor is just kind of... You know what's funny about it? Like, it's supposed to be this really tough armor, but it's the only armor in this game that breaks. Like, they took out breaking for everything except... armor decoration for everything except the power armor, which is supposed to be invincible. It literally should be the exact opposite. Like, that should be the only type of armor that's invincible, and, everything else should break down. But no. And they have to give you power cores and stuff. All we attempt to balance it is they give it to you in the first 5 minutes. Like, or we could not be fighting Deathclaws in the first 5 minutes. Like, I used to be terrified of Deathclaws, like in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. Like, they used to legitimately get my heart beating fast when they show up. Now they're just annoying. Like, you can beat one at level 1 as long as you have the proper gear. And that just wasn't true before. Like, you went after a Deathclaw with a mini-nuke launcher in Fallout 3 and you were level 1 and had no explosive skills or anything. It was going to feed you your own heart, mini-nuke or not. No, now it's just worse. And it's not like Chris Avalon, he's the guy who wrote the original Fallout, was perfect either. Like, they had this really cool concept of these mutated Deathclaws that were, like, sapient and self-aware in Fallout 2. And when asked about it, he said, as far as he's concerned, all talking animals died at the end of Fallout 2. It was a very long way of saying that, we're not going to have any more talking Deathclaws. And, it sounds kind of silly and premise, and it kind of is, but actually stop and think about that. You have these sentient beings, which are indestructible, perfectly suited to the waste, they can't really die. However, they have no ability to manipulate anything. Like, they're living in a vault when you first see them, but they can't actually live in the vault by themselves. Why? Because they don't have thumbs. Like, they can't use proper firearms. They're not going to be accepted by anything or anyone. And, like I said, there's not a lot of them, and the vast majority of them are wild animals. If you can't make a good story out of that basis, and their conflicts, and trying to, and them trying to determine their place in the modern world, I mean, at some point, you just have to accept that you have no skill as a writer. Like, even I can see that's fertile ground, and I make no pretension of being a writer. I don't claim to be able to write well. But even I can see that potential. And you want to throw that all away because, no talking animals. Now, Chris Avalon, you need to learn, like, be better, man. And for Pete's sake, stop making characters drone on and on and on. Like, Kreia was interesting, and I still like her philosophy, but I mean, like, I like listening to people discuss their philosophy. I don't listen to her in-game. She just drones on and on and on. And at the end of the day, it is a video game. I'm supposed to be being entertained, not reading a book. God forbid you point that out to someone. While we're here, we might as well claim this place for ourselves. It's all around the road. It's near a river that's consistent, so we have a steady source of water. Yes, this will make an excellent trading post at one point. Oh, why am I still in stealth? That's just... Yeah, throwing Molotov cocktails inside probably isn't the smartest thing ever to do. Dog? Come on now, dog. Don't tell me you did something stupid, like run head first with that blood bug. Of course, that's when I start actually shooting. Immediately gets free. Oh, that last bug wants to be a pain. It can just go be a pain somewhere else.
Sweet.
Good dog. Best dog. Alright, now that I've handled the bug extermination issue. Are you? Don't think of them as annoying bugs. Think of them as free XP. That's the way to look at it. Alright. Alright, should not be heading that way. Not yet, at any rate. One day I might tear those super mutants to pieces, but it's not going to be today. Are you quite serious? My brother, there's a rad scorpion chasing us. Most of us are dead. What is it fighting over there? My brother! Ah, so these are reskinned gunners. Okay. A laser pistol. I did also learn about bashing, that, at higher levels you get a chance to perform critical hits, regardless of a lot of different things. And if you get the better criticals perk, which increases the damage, that will work even on the crits you don't get in bads. So... Alright, is the tower up? Oh, the holotape. Answer files. Battle Hymn of the Republic. So what else do I need to use it for? Alright, now where are we going? Alright, not too far. Oh, we're up. Oh, so those raiders were. Alright, we can fast travel there then. No reason for wasting time. Now, because we're power hungry and we're really obsessed, I do want to make it clear that as soon as I start getting access to a decent amount of characters and companions, I'm going to be replacing dog meat with them and getting their perks. Then at the end of everything, we're going to replace all of them once I got all the perks with either dog meat or a robot, depending on exactly where we're at. I intend to get 6 charisma purely for the local leader perk. So if I feel like I have perks to spare, we'll put them into lone wanderer and get the dog in order to piece our personal power even higher. But if that doesn't work out, then we'll just have a giant killer robot follow us around. Stingwing fillet, that'll work. Rookie. Man, don't be ferals again. Like, you should be having you should be happy when it's ferals. It's a chance to tear people limb from limb. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Wow, we're getting flanked, see? Clever trick, but, no go. And I mean that genuinely, that's a pretty clever trick as far as raiders go. I really got a bloody mess, too. If only so people pop more when I shoot them in the face. We'll need that ultimately for our side quest, so it's good that we grabbed it. Let's go in here and grab the chems. Yes, there are chems in here. Alright. That's a real tactical choice. You know, eating or drinking from a water. That's not at all what I intended to do. But that's a real tactical choice. Like, adds such little radiation, I legitimately can't tell my health bar. Or, you know, in exchange for full health. Do what again? I'm sorry. I was so busy killing you, I didn't quite hear what you said. Bunch of chumps. Check the wall.
That's it.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Better critical damage, that's always nice. Not a lot, but it adds up after a while. Some people like to actually play this game properly.
Got it.
I like to just back out and, you know. Back out and try it again and just pick 3 more. I find it works better that way, to be honest. Which I know is kind of weird and possibly cheating, but I wouldn't really call it cheating if it lets you do it. Oh, so this guy, they ran off to get, even though they knew the turret was going to shoot them. Why would they? No, they're not in there. Bullets. Bullets everywhere, thanks to my scrounging bird. Bayoneted hunting rifle. But no, I may be able to replace the, pipe rifle with that. I'll have to double check everything. Already over encumbered. Well, I mean, I did get over encumbered at, you know, this place. I can't believe the ATF still exists in this future. Like, honestly. And that's just genuinely depressing. They shouldn't exist right now in reality, let alone in the future. Alright, let's go drop some stuff off at home. Plus, I want to see if I can't get this 308 to replace the pipe rifle with. It has better single-shot damage, so in theory, it should be even better at bashing than the pipe rifle. We can slap a reflex on it and a decent stock and a bayonet and a better receiver, and we'll see what we can get. Play the FM. Leave me alone. Alright. Need to load it into the... where? Power relay terminal. Alright, well, let's head back first. We gotta do inventory management. Yay! I don't have enough to add a reflex sight to it, but that'll be my next. Need aluminum screws and adhesive. Alright. Well, let's see about replacing our pipe rifle with that. It's got more than enough bullets for it right now. Alright, we got some. Okay. Annoying pest. Something you can do in order to build up your place is you can bring these into the build area, break them down, and it actually takes down the total size of your settlement, despite the fact you brought stuff in to break down. That's something you want to do if you want to make in-game settlements and stuff. You can do that with like the junk you haven't actually, like with the Braxo cleaner, it's acid, antisepsis, and fiberglass. You can pull it out, break it down, and do it that way. If I ever end up doing that, it'll all be done off screen, so don't worry too much about that. But that is a bit much even for me. Furious Steel Sword. At least we'll have a decent melee weapon if we decide to do that. We only need 1 rank of blacksmith to level it up too, so we may do that. We'll see how this works. It's like, the damage on this is pretty good as an actual weapon. I just need to get enough stuff to add a reflex sight. Alright, now let's go down here. And alright, it's finally showing up now. The Boston Public Library. Hasn't counted as cleared because we didn't finish all the mutants in there, but that's not really an issue for us. So we need to get our melee up. We're definitely going to do that. We'll see how this bayonet works before we invest in anything else. Because like I said, I want there to be variety in the gameplay, but I still want it to be up close and personal. I know my brother loves sneaking around and using rifles and stuff. I won't mind using the hunting rifle with a reflex sight and like getting up in people's face with it. I can do the same thing I plan to do with a shotgun, but better this way. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Really? With these loading screens? Really? I'm pretty sure it just crashed. Okay, we're going to call this here, people. This has been the Count of Shadows. Have a nice day.